Hello and welcome back to the Panic Brothers podcast, the world's only podcast of coast-to-coast commentary on movies you never heard of or bothered to remember watching. I am one of your hosts, Simon Zrilla, accompanied by co-host Jose Mendez.
What's up, guys? It's Jose Mendez from the
What an
Bronx.
introduction.
Born and raised. I was born in, I think, Lincoln Hospital. I don't really remember. I hope you guys don't get mad at me for not remembering. I was just a baby. But here I am making this podcast with my brother, Simon Zrilla.
Our one fan is going to be so mad that you don't remember where you were born.
That one fan.
Like, are you serious?
I'm sorry, sir.
Unsubscribe.
I'm sorry, sir.
I actually don't even know where I was born. Hold on. Oh, no, Flushing. That's right. I was born in Flushing. That's what it was. Which is kind of funny because now I hate Flushing. For those who've never been to Flushing, those people who are not from New York listening to this, Flushing is like the Asian Central of Queens, one of the boroughs in New York. And I'm not wrong. You know that's true.
I'm not saying anything.
I can't stand it. I hate it so much. It's always full of people and it smells like crap. But I was born there, so.
So there's that. There's the one positive. It brought us Simon Zrilla, and then we wouldn't have had Panic Brothers without that. So thank God for your parents getting down and dirty.
No. It wasn't even my parents. It was all Flushing. Shout out to those guys.
Oh, yeah. Just like that random, immaculate Jesus conception made Simon.
That was a miracle in the Flushing hospital.
Oh, my God. You know, you're right, though. I've only been there, I want to say, like 5 times max. Because like I said, I'm from the Bronx. Going to Flushing is a trip. But every time I've been there, I don't know. I think I'm lying. I think I've been there more than 5 times. Wait, do you consider where the Mets play to be Flushing?
Where the Mets play, like it's not Shea Stadium anymore. Citi Field.
Citi Field.
Yeah. What about it? Do I consider that Flushing?
Is that Flushing?
I don't consider that Flushing.
Is that like the very edge of Flushing?
It's like I think it falls in the umbrella of Flushing because it's right there, but I don't consider it Flushing.
Interesting.
I feel like when people say Flushing, you don't think of Citi Field at all.
No, I don't think that at all.
That is not the first thought.
There's a really nice library in Flushing, isn't there?
A library in Flushing? The Queens Library? There's like tens of those.
I just remember a big library in Flushing. Or maybe I'm just stupid.
The public Queens Library that like a bunch of areas in Queens have.
Probably. I've been to the McDonald's in Flushing multiple times.
Oh, yeah, that's wild.
Yeah, true story.
3 times. Happened 3 times.
I wouldn't lie about that.
Hold on, outside of Manhattan and Bronx, do you like not travel the boroughs? Like you don't frequently go to Brooklyn and Queens, do you?
Just because it's a turnoff to me. Not because of the borough itself. It's just because like I'm 2 boroughs away when I go to Queens or Brooklyn. Like that doesn't sound appealing to me. Like I just think about that ride back home and I'm like, oh, that's so bad.
But like a real New Yorker like goes to every borough but Staten Island.
Travels to every borough once a day.
At least
once a day. Travels to Tottenville, Staten Island. Travels to Flatbush, Brooklyn. Travels to what am I missing? Flushing, Queens, and travels to Riverdale, Bronx. If you don't do that, you're not a real New Yorker. Once a day.
In a whole day, you gotta fit the whole thing in.
And then you gotta go to the Chick-fil-A. You gotta go to the Chick-fil-A.
It ends in a Chick-fil-A.
And every day the Chick-fil-A. You gotta do that. If you don't do it, you're not a real New Yorker. If you don't say God bless you to the Chick-fil-A workers, you're not a real New Yorker.
Nah, you're just an asshole if you don't do that.
It's a fact. Oh, remember when I bought you Chick-fil-A?
I bought you Chick-fil-A. Whoa, what is this? No. I remember this clearly. I bought you Chick-fil-A and then I regretted it. I even said it to your face.
I'm going to say this right now, and this is fact. Simon and I were at the Nintendo store at Rockefeller Center in Manhattan, and they had Mario Kart, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe?
Yeah, Mario Kart. No, it wasn't even... Oh, no, it was Deluxe. Yeah, it was Deluxe.
They had Mario Kart Deluxe, and me and him were playing, and Simon was talking a lot of smack, saying, hey, I can beat you because I am the best Mario Kart player ever.
I still am, by the way.
And guess who won?
Are you done though?
Whatever.
Okay, so the reason why I asked him is he done is because real Mario Kart fans know that there's an auto feature that helps drive your car by itself. And we had that feature on and we couldn't disable it. So was it a real Mario Kart race? Not really. It was more like two guys who had the accompanied computer assistants help them win. So I like to just point that out because I still don't think that's a valid match.
I think regardless of what happened, you still bet Chick-fil-A, and I still won, and I ended up getting a free meal.
I bet Chick-fil-A on a fair Mario Kart match. Nothing about that match was fair.
And what did I order that day? I ordered a large milkshake.
I'm surprised you just didn't get like 2 meals at that point.
No, I'm not trying to gain more weight.
That's what it was. Not trying to make you lose money. I'm not trying to gain more weight.
Okay, so no one knows how we look like. I'm like the shorter. I'm literally Mario, and Simon is Luigi.
No. He's more like Mario, and if for those who've seen Black Panther, Killmonger is a great depiction of what I look like currently. I'm very ripped on the upper side, and I have these like little tattoo marks, kind of like what he got going on. My hair looks exactly like his, but yeah, I'm like a Michael B. Anthony. I mean, Michael B. Jordan. Shit. Whoops. Wow. No, wait, hold on. Michael B. Jordan. No.
Michael Anthony. Okay, how about we just get this podcast started, Waluigi? All right.
Oh, okay. No.
Okay. All right. So the topic for today is we had to go and watch Silent Hill, the 2006 film. I just want to preface this by saying this. I have never watched. Oh no, I'm sorry. I've never played Silent Hill before.
Happy Halloween, by the way, guys. I think we should probably mention that.
Yeah. Happy Halloween. I am so sorry. Happy early Halloween. I hope you guys get your trick-or-treats. I hope you guys get your candy. I hope you guys get that scares on. Go to the club. Dress up as Mario. Dress up as Peach. Dress up as whoever the hell you want to dress up as.
Make off a Donkey Kong thinking it's actually a Dixie Kong, you know. Oh, wait, that's illegal. Shit, wait, hold on, that's illegal.
Today, I was pumpkin carving. I was carving a pumpkin. And I decided to do. I was debating a lot of the different choices, and at the end, I decided to just do Mario. If you want to see the Mario carving, the really really bad carving, I'll just put it on the Twitter. Screw it. Let's do it. Look at our Twitter at the Panic Bros.
As for me, I actually just finished pumpkin carving like 3 days ago. If you've seen Black Panther, Killmonger,
oh my God,
that's what I.
Are you kidding me?
No, I definitely did not carve a realistic Killmonger into my pumpkin.
The moment I visit you, like, I'm really scared that I'm gonna go into your room and there's gonna be posters and action figures.
Oh, Michael B. Jordan. Oh no, just Killmonger.
That'd be terrifying, dude.
Anyway, that's why we watched Silent Hill. Spooky season, guys. Anyway, you're saying you never played Silent Hill, right?
I've never. I was way too scared. Same thing with Resident Evil. I know it's a good game. I am terrified of playing it. I am not doing that to myself.
So I'm gonna preface myself then real quick. I love the horror genre so much. I love video games and horror, and I love movies and horror. I love it so much. And I was on the same mindset as you. Is like that's way too scary for me. But I recently started playing the games, and I think it was like 2 years ago I played Silent Hill 2, and I played 4. Didn't beat them, but they were a lot of fun and scary, not to the point where it's like a serial killer movie scary. It's like psychological scary, which I think is like the scariest you can possibly be, in my opinion. That's why I like the Silent Hill movies. They really think out of the box on how to make you feel uncomfortable.
The movies or the game?
The game. The games, you never play them, right?
The movies. You said, I love the Silent Hill movies.
Oh, my bad.
It's fine.
I'm not the game. So you never even seen gameplay?
Isn't it similar to Resident Evil?
Yeah, but okay, it depends. Because Silent Hill 4 is you're stuck in a room. Silent Hill 2 is more like Resident Evil. It depends on Silent Hill.
Okay, the only experience that I have with Silent Hill, and this is what got me hyped for one scene of the movie, because this is the only thing I know about Silent Hill.
Pyramid Head.
Yes.
I knew it. I knew it.
Because I think I was watching a Watch Mojo video, like a top 10.
Oh my god.
And it was like the top 10 scariest, like, I don't know.
That's how you
Whatever.
did research?
No. That was like me just before this.
Okay.
And yeah, and like the video was like, one of the scariest enemies, whatever, ever in games is Pyramid Head. And I just saw like a clip of like the main character in the game getting locked in a room with Pyramid Head, and I said, "Nah, I'm good.
Nah, I'm straight. I'm not playing these
I
games.
would never." But then when I saw him in the movie, I was like, "Yo, let's go, Pyramid Head."
Yeah, honestly, I didn't think he was gonna show up in the movie, and when he did, I got really, really hyped. In
Because they did
terms
him
of
really well.
no, yeah, they did. Okay, when he first appeared, I really thought like, wow, fan service, he's not gonna show up again because he just appeared and then the main character runs away from her,
Yeah.
runs from him, yeah, and then you don't see him for a while. I thought it was it, but the fact that he showed up again when they were in a locked room, like they were trying to like make avoid his like hits,
Yeah.
that made me get so hype. I was like, oh my god, it's not just fanfare; they're actually like showing Pyramid Head. This is so hype.
He was in a I think one more scene after that too. He was he ripped
He was only two
off that
scenes.
skin's no. He ripped off that woman's
Oh my god, yeah.
the
That
only
scene was
nudity in the
so
movie.
good. That
The
scene
only
was
nudity.
so good. Oh yeah. No,
Okay, I want to say this right now. I don't know what you think. I think this may have been probably the best
movie we've seen so far. This is the best. Like, I'm not lying. I gave it a actually, I'll save my rating for the end. But I love this movie a lot. It was awesome. I recently just saw the new Halloween remake to get in the Halloween
you saw
season.
it? You saw it?
Yeah. This is way better than that. This is 100 times better than that. Like,
really?
Okay, the new Halloween was cool, but like I wasn't scared. I wasn't traumatized. I didn't feel a type of way. Like all it did was cheap jump scares. This, I like to point out, had not a single jump scare in the whole movie.
It really didn't.
Me feel so scared and tensed up at scenes.
Because
I like that about
you know what gets me about horror movies? It's the
What?
jump scares. Like I really hate jump scares.
Yeah,
but
because
this movie,
cheap,
yeah, you're right. But this movie didn't have any.
which is the best thing. I love that. It made you. I don't know about you, but it made me feel scared and tensed up, despite it not having any, and that was awesome in my opinion.
And what I find hilarious is that this movie has bad reviews. It has a 29% in Rotten Tomatoes.
Really?
Yeah, it has a Metacritic score of 31 out of 100.
If the new Halloween gets a higher rating than this,
It does though. It has a better rating.
what's the new Halloween rated?
Okay, now you guys make me do research.
Probably like 70 or something like that.
No, it has 80%. 80%.
No, okay. I really don't think it should have been an 80. It was kind of mediocre. It was
I don't
like
know.
a 6
I
out of
feel
10
like
for me.
it's so funny because I watched this movie and I do think there's some issues with this movie. I don't think it's perfect either, but this is definitely like slept on in the video game. I think we already have
It really is.
This is definitely the best. Like, I think this is actually a good movie.
No, yeah, exactly. I would not mind every Halloween if a friend of mine didn't see a Silent Hill and be like, "Oh, we're watching it." I would not mind doing that because I really like this movie a lot.
Yeah, my main issue with this movie was the dialogue at some scenes was just like,
Yeah, it was a little bit meh. Yeah, it was a little
exactly.
bit meh.
And I think towards the end, I just started getting lost in the story. I was like, what?
Really?
There were just some scenes like, okay, you know what? Before we get to the ending, though,
Want to talk about the background of the movie?
well, yeah, sure, but I just wanted to say that I was looking up some stuff on Reddit, and people were like, talking about the movie, and they said that if you're not a fan of the games, like if you've never played the games, you'll probably like the movie. But if you've played the games, you probably won't like the movie. I think the movie took a lot of, if I'm not mistaken, took a lot of, like story independent stuff. Like they decided to stray from the story of the games a couple of times.
Yeah, totally.
But I read over the story of the first game, and it seems like it's pretty similar. The main difference being that they changed the gender of the protagonist. In the game, it's a guy. In the movie, it's a girl. And they also changed the name of the daughter.
See, I have an issue with those opinions on Reddit because I'm not going to say I'm the biggest fan of Silent Hill. I've played the games 2 and 4, not to like the full completion. And I think it's kind of BS to be like, oh, this movie's not that great because it doesn't follow the core of Silent Hill. Because you only read about Silent Hill 1, right?
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Silent Hill 1 and 2 are very similar, where both of them are about a loved one being lost in Silent Hill and the person has to come in and find them and they find out about a cult. But 3 and 4 are very different, and the ones after that are very different. They don't always follow this routine of someone getting lost in Silent Hill. So I don't think the director of the movie or the people just making the movie in general are obligated to follow this specific storyline structure that the games had. So I think it's a little bit BS for fans to be like, "Oh, this movie sucks. It's not really Silent Hill."
Yeah,
because Silent Hill doesn't have one single story.
that's true. I just personally wish I did play the game because I could have a better opinion on this. Like,
He's gonna be lost the whole time.
because I don't know what was maybe good in the game that could have actually been adapted well, or
Okay, yeah.
or like maybe the movie did the best that they did. I don't know. I just know that there's a lot of similarities. I know Alessa is a character in the game, and I know the mother Dahlia is a character in the game, as well as the police officer, the Sybil Bennett.
Yeah.
Um, but after that, I'm not. Oh, and obviously Pyramid Head. But after that, I'm not. I don't know.
Rose and Chris and Sharon are not real people.
We're not calling him Chris. We're calling him Ned Stark. No, we're calling him Ned Stark. All right.
Can we talk about how amazing it was that he didn't die?
Oh, for once.
I really had this dude dying. Like I wrote down my notes, like watch him die like half of it. And he didn't.
Wow.
He went through the whole movie alive.
He's a trooper.
That was the only time he ever stayed alive in a movie.
Oh my god, I'm so proud of him.
But regardless, want to go into the background of the movie?
I mean, yeah, sure, why not?
Okay, so long movie, by the way. It's like 2 hours.
That really shocked me. I thought it was gonna be an hour and a half.
Yeah, it was a long movie. They really put a lot into this. But it's Silent Hill. Came out in 2006. It's directed by Christoph Gans. I don't know if you know, but he also directed Beauty and the Beast. I never watched Beauty and the Beast, but
the new one or the old one?
You knew the new one.
Oh wow, look good for him.
Is it a good movie?
I don't know, but that's a big Wait, whoa! He hasn't made a movie in between Silent Hill and Beauty and the Beast.
Yeah, I know. That's why I found amazing.
Dude, no. Actually, you're looking at the wrong Beauty and the Beast.
Oh wait, what?
Okay, I knew that was fishy. No.
What Beauty and the Beast did I look at?
He made a French movie.
Oh no!
A French adaptation of Beauty and the Beast. That was released in 2014.
Oh, no, I was way off.
No, he did not make the recent one. No, he did not make that one.
Oh wow! The moment you click on it, you see the poster "La Belle et la Bête," and it's like, okay, yeah, it's not.
Okay, that I was about to say, like, there's no way that Disney just picked him up after watching Silent Hill.
After watching Silent Hill, like, yo, this guy's got the vision.
This guy got what it takes to make Beauty and the Beast. I know it.
As for notable actors, we got Sean Bean.
Ned Stark.
Sean Bean, but okay. We got Ned Stark as Chris. We also have Rada. What?
We have Andrea from The Walking Dead.
Yeah, I was about to point that out. Laurie Holden plays Andrea in The Walking Dead as now she's Sybil in this one. And then we have Rada Mitchell as Rose. I don't recognize her for anything. I don't think you do either, right?
You mean the main girl? Rada? Yeah. No. I thought I did. Yeah. You know what? No, she was in a couple of movies that I've watched, but it's not like I remember them well.
Yeah, she's not like really that famous.
Like I remember, I know she's in Olympus Has Fallen. I've watched that. I don't.
Oh, she's in that one?
Yeah, I don't remember. I don't watch that movie. I haven't watched that movie since it came out. She was also in Phone Booth that I watched. I love that movie. I don't remember her.
I haven't seen that movie.
You never watched what? You never watched Phone Booth?
No.
Oh, you gotta watch it.
Is that good?
I mean, it's not like the best, but it's so good.
You just acted like it was the best.
Okay, no, I exaggerate. No, but it's very clever. It's very clever. It's very cool. Sorry, go on.
I was gonna say, for people listening at home that don't know what Silent Hill is, it's a survival horror video game. It's made by Konami. The guy who made it, his name is Toyama, and pretty sure this dude had a terrible childhood because I don't know how he comes up with the things he does in these games. The game follows this formula of, like I said before, there's a character, and usually there's a loved one who gets stuck in Silent Hill, They have to go into Silent Hill and retrieve it. And then somehow they get roped into a cult. Religion gets involved sometimes. There's demonic animals, and the person's stuck in Silent Hill until they find a way out. And it's either that or the person just somehow finds themselves in Silent Hill without a loved one connection at all, and they just have to get out. The whole game is pretty psychologically terrifying. It's horror that's really based on visuals, like heavily. It doesn't rely on jump scares or people like serial killers or other humans terrifying the characters. It's all like supernatural stuff. So that's Silent Hill in general. I think based on that description, this Silent Hill movie did a good job of following that theme. You had monsters, demonic, like the what's it called? The effects on those animals, or not animals, monsters and demons, stuff like that. I don't know how you thought about that, but I thought it looked amazing. It really was like some nightmare feel stuff.
I thought the practical effects were really well done. I thought there were some moments where the special effects, like the CGI, was like kind of outdated. But
you think so?
It wasn't like a game breaker. Like it didn't kill me.
I just really love how the monsters look. They look terrifying.
They definitely did. I just thought like the moments where like the moments that they did use special effects, I was like,
yeah.
But it still didn't take away from the experience. I was in it. Like I was like, all right, let's go. I need to find out what's gonna happen to this Alessa. Where is Sharon? Oh, and I also want to say half of the script had to have been just the word Sharon.
I was just about to mention that. I was about to say real quick, I want to mention that in my notes I wrote, you can make a drinking game out of this movie. And for every time she says Sharon, you got to pound a shot.
Oh my god.
Because this woman says Sharon so many times.
She does.
Also, before we get into the whole mystery, what the plot is and all that, I kind of want to ask you, what was the scariest part of the movie for you?
Scariest part?
What was the part that made you go, damn?
I think I wrote it down. Wait, you talk. What was it for you? Yeah.
Yeah, for me, the part that made me go, oh no, I'm really uncomfortable, is when Rose, the main character, is looking for Sharon and she goes inside of the school. And Rose goes into a bathroom thinking she's following Sharon.
I think I'll agree with you. I think where you go. I think I know where you're going.
You know where I'm headed, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Rose walks onto this man that's just strapped into these chains, or like what are they called?
Chains.
What are they called? Barbed wires. It's barbed wires.
Yeah.
He's like strapped up by barbed wires, and like he's like just dead, just there. And then when Silent Hill does that whole like turn into darkness mode,
the alarm always got me. I love the alarm.
Yeah, the alarm tenses everything up. He comes out in like this weird crawling stance, and he makes this blood curdling scream, and the whole room becomes like a gory, blood infested like walls. That's the part that made me go, oh, I feel very uncomfortable, and I applaud everybody on the movie for making that happen because that was awesome.
Yeah, I think I'll agree with you on that. I think that probably was the scariest. I don't think I was ever really scared in the movie though, but I think that was definitely the creepiest, especially when she opened the door and she saw that, and it was like those those words. It was like, "Do it, I dare you," or whatever.
Yeah.
And then she had to put her mouth inside this zombie.
You mean her hand inside the mouth of the zombie?
Yes, her hand inside the mouth of a zombie.
I was about to say, what version were you watching where she was making out with him?
The French version.
Le Hill de Silence.
Pepe Le Pew. No, that was definitely the scariest moment for me. But I think this movie did a good job of. Well, first of all, the premise of the movie, just real quick. There's a mom named Rose. There's a daughter named Sharon. Sharon's adopted. She keeps getting visions of Silent Hill, and it's disturbing the family. It's disturbing Rose and Ned Stark. So Rose,
real quick, I wrote down in my notes that I don't know about you, but if I had a kid and my kid would wake up in the night and scream Silent Hill and just look up into a hill, I'd probably just let the kid jump.
Wow.
I know, listen. I know Silent Hill isn't real, but I'm not about to mess around and find out if it is. I'm gonna let that kid go.
Oh my god, you're evil. You deserve to be in Silent Hill.
No, don't even play about that. That looks like a nightmare.
So the mom thinks the only way for the daughter to get rid of these visions or whatever is to actually take her to the real life Silent Hill, which exists.
Terrible idea.
Yeah, she thinks, oh, maybe if I take my daughter there to the Silent Hill, it'll be better. Silent Hill was like,
that's like
what?
I was about to say, that's like if a kid screamed Bed-Stuy all the time. You took this kid to Brooklyn, and you think that's gonna help him like solve his nightmares. It doesn't work like that.
I mean, I don't know. I feel like if I screamed like Nintendo store to my mom like enough times, I think she'll get the message. So, so I think so Rose takes her daughter, the adopted daughter, to Silent Hill. They get chased by the police, which is I don't know, whatever.
Sybil. Sybil was the one character that chases him.
But then, as she's driving towards Silent Hill, a little girl gets in the way for Rose. She tries swerving the little girl. She ends up like getting comatose. Like she just gets knocked out. She wakes up and it's now an alternate dimension. And it's like just like this is where all the creepy stuff in this movie happens.
The ash starts falling, and that's how you know they're no longer in reality.
Yeah. You also you find out later on that this is just that little girl that was in the road. Her name was Alessa. You find out that this is all her dream, right? It's like her dream world. That's what I took it as.
They never call it a dream world. Well, the thing about Silent Hill is I want to point out real quick because I know earlier you mentioned that you didn't like how it got really weird at some points. I think Silent Hill games, exactly, which is why I want to point out real quick. I like that because Silent Hill games are like that. When you play a Silent Hill game, it's really hard to point out 100% what is going on. You always end the game thinking, wait, there's certain things I still don't understand, which is, I think, what the movie did really well on. Because at the end of the movie, you still don't know, like you said, is that her dream world, or are they still in this dark world that she made? Where are they? Are they dead? Are they alive? There's a bunch of unanswered questions of where exactly they are.
You see, my issue is this movie makes it clear that there's a connection between Alessa, that little girl that got in the way for Rose, and Sharon, the daughter.
Yeah, because Sharon's the good of Alessa.
You see, that's where I'm like, what?
My takeaway was Alessa is the one weird third-degree burns person you saw in the hospital bed, right?
Sorry, Alessa got burned from her town for being declared a witch, and so
the whole town is like a giant witch hunt place, and they just kept calling her a witch, and they burned her, and we don't really know if she was innocent or not because we never found out who the hell her father was, but they kept mentioning her father was somebody evil, so they assumed she was evil. But besides the point, she gets burned, like Josue said, and now she has 30-degree burns in a hospital bed. And my main takeaway was there's two Alessas that came out of it. There was Dark Alessa, who you see multiple times in the movie, who's running around the whole movie and Rose chasing her. And there's a good Alessa, which is Sharon. It's all the purity that they put into her.
Okay.
Yeah, that's how I took out of it. It's weird. It's like a Kingdom Hearts kind of concept.
In order to awaken the real Alessa, they needed to have the light Alessa and the dark Alessa together.
That sounds like the premise to awakening the Keyblade in Kingdom Hearts. No, but I don't think that's what it was.
Xehanort is all behind all of it.
Could you imagine at the end?
They all get Norded. They all get Norded.
He finds his 13 pieces of darkness.
And Rose just gets a Keyblade.
Oh, that movie would take a weird turn.
I would love it.
No, but okay. I don't think they were trying to make the light and dark one meet. I think they were just trying to make the light one just live its life because they wanted some form of Alessa to live. I don't think the dark and light one were supposed to meet to make Alessa complete. I think Alessa just wanted revenge.
But it still makes no sense to me how Dark Alessa even exists. You can't deny that. No, you can't deny that because the movie was like Alessa was in a hospital bed suffering from the third-degree burns, and the person that saved her from her situation was Dark Alessa. Where did that come from?
No, and the thing is, where does Sharon come from? Also, same question. It doesn't make any sense. Sharon also apparently is the same thing as Dark Alessa, where they just appear. So I think Silent Hill just wants to make you think that either Alessa has these powers that makes her actual witch that made her cast these two people, or she just legit just made them, and you're not supposed to think too much into it. But that's like the quote unquote beauty of Silent Hill, where not everything is explained. So I don't think you're ever gonna find explanation to that.
That's okay.
It's not supposed to
Sure.
be like it's supposed to be confusing. You feel me? I think that's what their whole thing is. Their whole shtick.
Either way, that's just one negative out of a movie that's definitely overall extremely positive.
I thought it was okay, but I can see why it's negative.
Yeah, I just watched that scene and it just made me go like, what? Like, what is going on? Like that little exposition that was going on, like it helped with a lot of things. Like Alessa, there was a moment in the movie where Alessa uh explains to Rose her backstory.
Let's run through it real quick.
The entire movie?
No, 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 no. Let's
Oh, I
run
was about to
through the
say,
whole
man,
action.
there's a lot of.
Let's run. No, no, no.
I kind of
I
only
think
explained the beginning and the end of the movie.
I think it's fine if we just tell the audience at home the story of Alessa, and then you basically get the whole movie.
Yeah, Alessa. So Alessa was just a regular girl living her life in the town of Silent Hill. She gets declared a witch by this.
Oh no!
That's exactly what it was. What was her name? It was like Christabella.
Christabel.
That's a terrible name.
It's hard. Like, if I ever meet a girl named Christabel, I'm sorry. I am not gonna mess with you. Yeah. So Alessa gets declared a witch, and she just goes through a bunch of different life sucks for her. The only person that's really protecting her is her mother.
Mm-hmm.
Her mother named Dahlia, who's a recurring character in the movie.
Yep.
Alessa.
It gets bad to the point where Alessa doesn't have any friends in school, and she even gets sexually abused by like the janitor. I think it was.
Yeah, and the janitor ended up being that guy that was in the bathroom that we mentioned earlier.
Yeah, that was cool. That was a really cool like throwback.
Every location that Rose goes to in this movie ends up being a location that Alessa felt some sort of traumatization from.
Yeah, which I thought was really cool.
Yeah. When I'm not gonna lie, when Rose first went to the school and she saw Alessa's desk and she just said her name, Alessa Gillespie, whatever. I was like, who the hell is Alessa?
But then it all ties, and you're like, yo.
Yeah, but they just kind of mentioned that name out of nowhere.
Yeah, I think that's the whole thing. It's like supposed to be.
No. I'm not roasting it for it. But I was just like, in that moment, I was just like, who the hell is that? So Alessa ultimately gets taken by Christabel. She gets burnt, and that scene was horrible. That scene was hard to watch.
Which I think is great on them, by the way, because Silent Hill is supposed to be like, not supposed to be the prettiest thing ever. So the fact they got that really uncomfortable scene in is great directing on their part. That was wonderful.
Like just watching a little kid get burnt was hard to watch.
Awful. And also, I'd like to point out, they keep claiming your dad was somebody. I know I mentioned this before. I just want to mention it again. They keep claiming your dad was something. We never know who her dad was, but it seems like she definitely has some evil in her, or her dad was something, because the reason why like the whole burning of Alessa doesn't go well is because like it looks like she like casted some evil being or something, and it made the fire go like out of whack.
Yeah. The fire that was burning Alessa gets tipped over the cauldron. I think it was a cauldron, right? Yeah. It gets tipped over, and it ends up becoming so crazy. I don't know how this town has no fire department, but this cauldron ends up burning the entire town, right?
Yep. It's like it's such a huge fire that it just never goes out apparently, and then everyone just evacuates.
Yeah. So Alessa gets taken to the hospital. The nurse ends up getting some kind of evil from Alessa. I'm not for sure about that part.
I think all it was the nurse was curious about her and looked into it, and Alessa had so much rage at this point. Because we like to point out also real quick, Alessa has third degree burns, whatever. She's in the hospital.
Yo, that was not third degree burns. That was like she should have died.
Yeah, like it's amazing that she's still alive, and she has all this hatred from just people mistreating her that she just develops more and more evil tendencies to the point that there's a nurse who looks into her like little bed or whatever, and she curses her and takes her like her eyesight. So that was like her first victim, and then from that point on, once she meets Dark Alessa, she turns the whole world into her own personal like revenge pit.
Yeah, this is the part, like I mentioned, that's confusing me. That so Alessa mentions that the only person that was able to save her was Dark Alessa. Dark Alessa comes to her bedside and says, "Hey, I'm here to save you. I'm here to like let's make your dreams come true and
Mm-hmm.
take revenge."
Yeah.
So this, so if I'm not mistaken, this is when this sleep world happened, like it's Kingdom Hearts and whatever. So
Yeah,
they
like
enter,
it starts becoming that.
yeah, they enter pretty much a parallel dimension where all the citizens of Silent Hill get transported to. So the real life Silent Hill is now empty, is now a ghost town. All the citizens are now in this alternate dimension, where in this
And
alternate dimension Alessa is constantly um like just like giving them this evil,
mm-hmm.
like
And
all
Dark
this,
Alessa apparently is the one who can control who can come in and who can go out. So there's no way of anyone leaving.
pretty much. And this is where Rose gets into these all these like horrible situations where there are times when Silent Hill is like I guess relatively calm, and
Yeah.
that's in the morning. But then there's an alarm that tells that tells Rose when the evil is coming. So
Yeah.
once it turns nighttime, that's when it kind of gets like that's when all the scary stuff comes out.
Mm-hmm.
Like Pyramid Head. Pyramid Head's introduction was kind of odd. It came out of nowhere, but he really brought his A game later on in the
Yeah.
movie.
He really just solidified his role.
Yeah, that was intense.
Yeah.
Um, I guess I enjoyed everything, especially because the majority of the movie we were just following Rose as she was trying to find out where her daughter is because her daughter is suddenly like missing.
Mm-hmm.
And she's just trying to find out where her daughter is. You find out that Sharon was actually just sleeping in a random house, I think.
Yeah, she was just like in a random. I don't know if it was the hotel. She was like in a random room somewhere.
Yeah, somewhere. But yeah, like Car- oh, I'm gonna mention this one thing that I really did like that I
What?
thought was super clever. Um, I forgot uh what prompted Rose to go to the school.
Mm-hmm.
What made her go to the school?
There was
Painting?
a painting thing in the car where what's her face Sharon was
Sharon.
sitting. Yeah, well, not sure where Sharon was sitting. Actually, it was on the road, and she picked it up, and it said school on it. So she figured she's probably at the school.
Yeah. What I loved a lot was how she figured out where the school was. She found a bus stop and she looked at the map on the bus stop.
Was tracking it.
Yeah, I was tracking it. That I would have never guessed to do. I would have like just
This
keep
kid's
on
dead.
walking. Just like walk around every single block until I find the school. I thought that was clever.
But I also related to the whole school thing. My favorite thing about this movie, besides the whole like visual, like gore and visual, just disturbing things, was the fact that in the Silent Hill games, you're solving a mystery. You're trying to find out where your family is, I mean, where your family member went, or why you were in Silent Hill in general, and you're trying to get out. And that's exactly what this movie did. It was the whole thing was a mystery of her connecting the dots of why is her daughter connected to Silent Hill and where she is. And then at the end of the movie, you finally get that payoff of like, all right, here's the mystery. Here's the whole like reason why this all happened. And I like that because that's exactly how the movies work. It's all mystery. So I think it like paid really good homage to that original like source material. I like that a lot. She goes from like going searching through her paintings for to go to school, and then she goes to the hotel. Why again? Oh yeah, because she finds like the hotel piece inside
And
like the
the guy's mouth.
yeah, exactly. So there's always these little pieces that lead her to the next place, and they all have a key connection, which is exactly what happens in Silent Hill games. I like that a lot. Just wanted to point that out.
Yeah, that's true. Um, there was also a moment when they get to the hotel. I think they meet another woman named Anna.
Yeah.
Anna served no role in this movie. She was
Besides like
here.
a very minor exposition.
Yeah, exactly. But Anna joins the party. It's it's Rose, Sybil, and Anna.
Uh huh.
Sybil being the police officer that was just kind of
strong female leads. By the way, I want to point that out. I like the fact that they had some strong female characters in this.
Yeah.
It wasn't a male predominant movie.
Yeah, the only real male character that played a part was Ned Stark, but he didn't do anything in the end.
No, don't forget about Detective Gucci. Can we talk about how his name is Gucci, by the way?
Yeah, that was disgusting.
Guap Gucci.
Oh, that was every time I saw that subtitle, I just said, "Why did they?" Wait, how did you watch this movie, by the way?
Oh, Sony Crackle had it available for
okay,
yeah.
I started looking it up, like what are some ways to watch Silent Hill, and it said it was free on Crackle. I said, okay, let's do it.
Yeah, it's like free for like 6 more days. I think it's like a Halloween thing.
Are you kidding me? We just got it in time?
Yeah, we were perfect on this.
Oh, perfect. Let's go.
Shout out so to Sony Crackle.
Yeah, shout out Sony Crackle. Sponsor us.
Please.
What was I gonna say? So Anna was really nothing. I don't know what her part was. I think just as a citizen, as a citizen that was there as like a remnant from when Alyssa got taken.
I think they just needed some reason for Sybil and Rose to find out about the church. And I think Anna was just that reason.
Yeah. And oh my god. Now this was a trope though. This remember when so Anna says that the church is the only place in the entire town that Alyssa, that the darkness can't get to. Like I mentioned, when it gets nighttime, all this evil monsters comes out, and those evil monsters can't enter the church.
Yep.
So Anna tells them this, and when the alarm starts ringing, they all start running towards the church, so that way they don't need to deal with the darkness.
Mm-hmm.
And the alarm is going off, and Rose decides to just talk to.
Oh yeah. Oh
my god! Like. Talk to Dahlia, Alyssa's mom.
Yep,
like,
yep.
Dahlia, I know your daughter. I've seen your daughter. I know that's your daughter, Dahlia.
See, that's the thing about horror movies, though. That those scenes always happen and never makes any sense. Why are you not hustling?
You could have just like picked her up and just run inside the church.
And the thing that really didn't make sense to me was Anna stayed behind for some reason. I don't understand why. And like, you just met these people. I don't know why you feel like you gotta stay behind.
Yeah, that's true. But remember when they did go inside the church, Christabel mentioned that Anna was a traitor.
Wait, really?
Yeah, there was a little scene when they said that Anna died, and Christabel said,
I thought Christabel said you can't get mad at them because Anna was just like playing around the devil's playground. I don't think she called her a traitor.
Something like that though. Like the fact that Anna was doing that, like they don't like that's probably why Anna didn't want to go inside because she knew she was gonna get some crap from them.
Yeah. Also, for the audience at home who hasn't watched this movie, Jose mentioned this before, but just want to re-bring this up. Pyramid Head grabs Anna, strips off her clothes, then grabs her skin and tears it off like a freaking Band-Aid and whips it at the church doors. And that was one of the most gruesome deaths I've ever seen in a horror movie.
So I was watching this movie with my girlfriend, and I told my girlfriend, I was like, yo, by the end of this movie, there's gonna be some nudity. I know there's going to be because it's not a horror movie without some. And I've noticed that Rose was losing more and more clothes as the movie went on. So I thought it was going to be her. I thought by the end of the movie, I don't know how the director was going to like put that in the story, in the movie. Like, just that Rose just loses her clothes. Mm-hmm. I knew it was going to happen. What I didn't know was that it wasn't going to be Rose. There was nudity in this movie. And it was for a split second when Anna's clothes got ripped off by a Pyramid Head. I don't know why he decided to just rip them off.
Yeah, I don't know why he just wanted a quick titty before he just ripped her skin off.
Let me see that ass, real quick. He took off her clothes first, but it was only for like a split second. There's no way that any guy could get like satisfaction from that.
Oh no, you couldn't even see anything really.
Yeah, if you get satisfaction from that, you're just evil.
Yeah, there's something wrong with you, honestly.
Yeah. Right after the clothes got taken off, Pyramid Head just like, what does he do? He just like puts his hand in her body.
He literally grabs her like boob and stomach area, just her whole front. Squeezes it like it's a band-aid and rips it off, and the whole thing comes off clean, and he just whips it off.
Oh my god,
It's disturbing. It's really disturbing.
That was gruesome.
Yeah, but Pyramid Head did a great job, so shout out to him, because every scene he was in, I felt very tense and very worried for the characters.
That's very true. I also want to mention that in my notes, I wrote down Christabel's minions or henchmen or whatever. Mm-hmm. I just wrote them as Shy Guys.
Shy Guys?
Dude, they come on. What?
Why'd you think it's Shy Guys?
Because they had the masks on the entire movie.
Okay, that makes sense now.
And they had like the giant suits. I don't know why. You never see their face in the movie. They're henchmen. You know what I'm talking about?
No. You saw them. You saw the henchmen putting on the Shy Guy outfit.
Really?
Yeah, there was a scene where they put it on.
I probably blinked or something, bro. Like, I don't know.
Then they went with them to go find the source of all the darkness. And you saw those people before they even put on the outfit.
I don't remember that at all, but yeah, I believe you. I believe you. Bro, I was really like, okay, the Shy Guys are back. Like,
those didn't make any sense to me, by the way. That whole miner fit did not make any sense. I get the light thing, like the light helmets, you need that for the darkness. But why the whole miner fit? It doesn't make any sense to me. I don't understand why they need all that.
I don't know. Just one of those things you really shouldn't think too much about.
Nah, yeah. Also, I'd like to mention, while this is all happening in the Silent Hill world, I like that there's a parallel in the real world where Sean Bean, aka Ned Stark, is on like this journey to find out what happened to his kids, and he's finding out in the real world what happened in Silent Hill. I thought that was pretty interesting how they just kept doing the two parallels.
Yeah, really cool. It just kind of sucks that I feel like ultimately his character was really for nothing.
Yeah, he didn't really do much.
Yeah, like his character only existed to serve as exposition more for the audience.
But I liked the fact that he, like, as the character, looked like a concerned father. Like, he broke into the archives. Yeah, exactly. That was really cool. That he was
I thought they were gonna get into like kind of tropey area because in the beginning, remember when Rose and Sharon were at the park, and then of course Sharon was like, "Mommy, where's Daddy? Is he gonna come?" And then the mom was like, no, sorry. And I'm like, wow, how many movies have I watched with this exact
same setup?
Scene. Yeah, this exact same scene. Just to cut to Ned Stark, the dad, at work. I'm like, of course, he's working too hard. This is the story of like every Hallmark movie.
Honestly, he should consider himself lucky though he didn't get invited.
That's
homie didn't miss out.
I really did like though that every time that he was at a certain area in Silent Hill or even at home in the end, that he felt
them. Yeah, that was really cool.
He knew they were
there. Yeah. How did you Sorry, continue.
It just sucks that like the ending is so sad. Like they're just stuck in Silent Hill.
I like that ending so much. I was like, ooh, because the first part of the ending that I liked was like, there's no explanation behind this, so it's up to the viewer to find out where are they? Are they dead? Or are they in like this dream? Are they still in Silent Hill or something?
In some kind of like purgatory type situation.
Yeah, like what you have to figure it out yourself, and you just don't know. And the second thing I like is the fact that it's just such a depressing ending because it's not supposed to be a happy movie. So like you're not gonna get this victorious like we did it, we saved the day, we killed a whole cult, and now we're back. We're gonna live a normal life. Like you're not gonna live a normal life after that. So it made sense to me that that's just it. Like both parties are always separate now. I like that ending a lot.
Yeah. It was good. It was a really good ending. It just like it just sucks. Like it's
just sad. No, yeah, it's really sad.
I feel you. I am so sorry.
I was gonna mention. How did you feel about the whole stage setup? Like, how did you feel about the environment of Silent Hill?
Oh, it was very well done.
Right?
I love that environment.
Whenever the alarm went off, I think they did a perfect job of matching exactly what those areas look like in the game because they looked that dark and they looked that pulsating red.
Yeah,
I liked it a lot. There was like a lot of rust too.
I love how no matter what, like even though, like when the alarms went off and it was darkness, and like the darkness is supposed to be the scary moments. I still felt scared when it was light time, like just in a different way.
It felt
it's a mysterious vibe. So exactly like Like
They
just
did a
that
great
feeling of
job of just
loneliness.
matching that atmosphere. That atmosphere is just perfect in my opinion.
I feel like it's a feeling of like loneliness versus anxiety. I'm probably looking at this so deep right now.
You're like taking a reflection off your own life into this movie. Like, man, shoot,
Bro, like it's like loneliness because she's running all alone, trying to like she's like, dude, like there's no one in this town when
no,
it's
yeah,
not
no
when
one
it's
at all.
morning. But then at night, that's when everything starts starts flooding in, dude. And like, oh man, it was good. It was really good. It was really well
Honestly,
done.
mom of the year though, because after that first night, I'm not trying to stay any longer. Like, I'm trying to find my way out immediately, and she didn't. Her first thought was, I'm gonna get back into my car to like find out what other information I can to find my daughter. It wasn't let me drive out of here.
And honestly, sorry, I just yawned. Everyone who's watching this or hearing this, there's a 3-hour difference between the two of us. So, Simon is chilling because it's only 7:30 for him right now, but it's 10:30 for me. So I'm like, I gotta stay up late for this dude. So I hate him.
I'm just saying he could do it earlier, but he chooses not to.
Yo, you a bum. You just a bum. Anyways.
Back to the environment though. I like to point something out that I forgot to mention. Can we talk about how the elementary school had one of the best bathrooms I've ever seen in the school? Like, this bathroom was 10 times better than the ones we had at Bronx Science. In Bronx Science, we had 2 urinals and like 2 stalls. These guys had like 10 stalls and like an area where you can relax if all 10 stalls happen to be full. I don't know what kind of elementary school this was, but that is an amazing bathroom.
It's all real estate, dog. Schools in New York City, they can't afford more space, dude.
In Silent Hill, they got so much property to mess with.
Dude, that's all it is. That's all it is. What else are they gonna do with that space? They might as well add just 20 more bathrooms.
The whole school is just a bunch of bathrooms.
Can you imagine though how much worse this situation would be if it took place in New York City?
If Silent Hill was in like New York?
First of all, I don't ever want to imagine a situation where New York City just turns into a ghost town. That's terrifying.
No, that's so creepy. There's so many buildings that would just be abandoned.
Oh my god. And then just imagine that, like, instead of like this tiny country town or whatever, Rose just gets lost in New York City. Try finding Sharon.
Imagine you know how you said that she was looking for the school on the bus route?
Oh, good luck.
Imagine her finding the school on the MTA map.
Just imagine getting dropped right in the middle of Times Square. And your only objective, like the only mission you have is like find your daughter. And the entire city is empty. The entire city is empty.
There's no way I'm finding her.
Especially if you're trying to include all the boroughs. Yo, good luck.
God,
they're probably in Staten Island, and good luck even trying to get there.
You have to swim across.
Oh no, you have to go to Brooklyn first, then Staten Island to cross the bridge. Nah, she's probably chilling at that Sonic and at Tottenville, Staten Island. She's probably just chilling there. I know there's a Sonic there. And that's probably.
I'm mad you just put out the Sonic in Staten Island.
Shout out to Sonic. Shout out to Sonic the Hedgehog and the restaurant. Shout out to our last video, Sonic.
Could you imagine Shannon sitting at a Sonic and then a bunch of miners come in to take her?
That's where I'm gonna be. If there's ever an apocalypse or whatever, and like only a certain percent. If this is like I Am Legend, remember I Am Legend?
Yeah, I remember.
Why he stayed next to Washington Square Park. I would have just made my way over to Sonic and Tottenville, and every night just watch the sunset. Like,
what did Sonic do to you, man?
Dude, Sonic is the best fast food.
No, it's really not.
Then Wendy's.
Okay, yes. Real quick, I also want to point out, you've never played the games before, so you probably don't know this, but the soundtrack of the movie matches really closely to the games, and it's amazing.
Was it from the games? My girlfriend was like,
yes.
She was like, "Oh, these songs probably from the game," and I was like,
yes.
I don't know.
No, yes, like the first time, she enters Silent Hill, they start playing the theme song you hear when you enter Silent Hill in the video games. And I was like, oh man, they're killing it right now. And those scenes with Pyramid Head, that's exactly the music that plays when there's an enemy like chasing you. It was so good. I was like, oh, this is perfect. It got me so tensed up.
The music in this movie was actually really good. I didn't even we didn't talk about that at all. There was I wrote this down in my notes. There was one scene, as they were walking, Rose, Sybil, Christabel, they were walking towards the demon, like to confront the demon.
Yeah.
There was they started playing this sound, like this song. I don't know what it was, but I was bumping, dude. I was like, yo, let's go. This song is
wait. I think I have that written down too. Where is it? Hold on, where is it? Oh, I'm trying to remember. Oh yeah. When they leave for like the core, when like they're leaving the church to go to like you said, to go see a demon, there's a track that started playing, and I honestly wrote my notes. I can see J. Cole rapping on this. It was such a good beat. Like I really like the track.
It was fuego. It was that fuego. Like
I know that track for sure isn't in the games, but that track was a freaking masterpiece.
It was a banger. It was honestly, let's just make that the opening. I'm so with it. Halloween edition, please. Let's just make that the opening.
Oh, I get copyright immediately.
You can just add some kind of like sound effects and stuff.
Add some hi-hats.
Yeah. Like just the Simon Zorilla remix. The Silent Hill song when they're going to find the demon.
That's the whole title.
Oh man. Yo, go on. I'm gonna find this on Spotify.
Yeah, go for it. We talked about the scariest scenes for us, which we had the same one with the rapist. The janitor rapist like gets chained up, and he's like this weird demonic creature by night. My favorite scene, though, I want to point out, was the hallway of nurses. I was so tense during that scene. Yeah. I loved it. I felt like I could legit just like feel my whole body just tensing up to a ball watching that.
Yeah, that was
for
good.
The viewers. Yeah, for the people like listening at home, the scene is she like enters the basement to go look for like the evil, the whole source of darkness, which is Dark Alessa. And when she's in the basement, she walks into this hallway of just figures just standing there, of nurses, and they don't do anything. And then they start twitching, and they like all face her, and that already made me feel unsettled. And she realizes they're following light, so she turns off her flashlight, and they become blind. And she has to get through them. So Rose just steps through this hallway of all these nurses in these weird positions that are trying to swing for her. And it's such a tense, good scene. I just loved it. And the outfits for the nurses were so well done. It looked like a legit Silent Hill enemy.
Yeah, no, that's a fact. That was definitely one of the best scenes in the movie.
Oh no, it was absolutely like 100% one of the best. I didn't like though how Sybil legit so Sybil and Rose are about to go into the basement to find the evil, because Christabel's like, yeah, sure, you can go, I don't care, you're probably gonna die. She leads them towards there, and then Christabel and the miners are like saying bye to them or whatever, and then Christabel notices in Rose's necklace there's a picture of Sharon, and then she notices how Sharon looks exactly like Alessa, and she's like, oh my god, they're witches, kill them, they're witches. So Sybil starts fighting the miners off to help Rose get through. And then for some reason, I didn't like this. Sybil decided it was best to let Rose just go and for her to just die. Because that crack in the elevator that they have to get into to go down to the basement, Sybil could have fit that easily. No problem. And for some reason, she thought it was best to send Rose and fight off the other dudes. That didn't make any sense to me. Because all she did was get her ass handed.
Yeah. It's just one of those like heroic moments, like. And I mean, I can't imagine the ending being as powerful if Sybil was there. I guess I was just like there.
Yeah, but like in terms of story though, it just
it was weak.
Like imagine if like you and me were just told about like this lair where the deepest, darkest being exists in the world, and then you look at me and like, yo, you got this, right? All right, bye. And then you just send me. I'd be really mad at you, like, yo, I'm not doing this alone.
Well, I'm literally about to die, so like, you really can't get that.
Yo, I might too. Who knows? You probably have a better chance of living down here.
Literally imagine like what in the movie if Rose pulled up to the church. Oh, and yeah, at the end of the movie, Sybil gets burnt. Yeah, she gets burnt alive.
Yeah.
That was hard.
At the end, I want to wrap up also about the ending real quick. At the end of the movie, Dark Alessa convinces Rose to accept her into her body, so then she can help spread Dark Alessa inside the church, because Dark Alessa can't access the church, and all they want to do is kill everybody inside the church, because those people in the church killed Alessa. So she becomes one with that, and then Rose kind of just becomes evil for a minute and just enters the church and kills everybody, and they spread this demon around. And like you said, Sybil's like caught in the church, and they burn her before they start burning Sharon. And luckily, they don't burn Sharon, but they burn Sybil alive, and it's a death that was not deserved. Sybil deserved way better than that. But I thought it was really cool though that at the end of the movie, like now Rose has to become evil. I thought it was really cool that the only way she can save Sharon was now she has to embrace demonic powers, and it's kind of hard to
a bunch of people to be the good guy.
Yeah, exactly. It's such a weird like rooting, because like you don't want to root for the cult because the cult's just wrong. They killed an innocent child, and then at the same time you don't want to root for the person with demonic powers. So it's such a weird scene to watch. She's like, man, I'm struggling rooting for anybody here.
That's a fact. I'm just gonna start like it's all about Ned Stark in the end. He was the only one that he was just there. He was just doing his thing as a father. So at the end of the day,
he was just playing football.
At the end of the day, I think we just all agree that Ned Stark is the best character in Game of Thrones. Oh, by the way, this is not related to this. When I first started watching Game of Thrones, I was like, yo, this is pretty okay. You know, it's not that bad. I told Simon about it, that I started watching Game of Thrones, and Simon was the one that said, yo, so did you get to the part where Ned Stark dies? And I said, what? And he said, oh, that thing. I said, he said nothing.
I thought he finished season 1. I thought he binged it. So I didn't think it was that big of a deal.
You are a horrible person. And I just want to let you know, fun fact, I hate you, by the way. This movie has Ned Stark, but the sequel, because there is a sequel called Silent Hill Revelation, and and that actually has horrible reviews.
Really?
I think that
in the ones.
I have a feeling that the sequel is actually terrible.
Wait, what's like the average?
7%.
Woo!
Yeah, that's a hard one to justify.
Let's just not watch that.
Yeah, especially since it came out 6 years ago. So I feel like at that point there's definitely like I think there's like more of like a hype around Rotten Tomatoes. Like people were actually using Rotten Tomatoes as opposed to 12 years ago.
Yeah.
I'm okay. I'm good.
I think I'm about.
But you know who's in the movie?
Who?
Jon Snow.
Is he really?
Yeah, Kit Harington is in the movie, and he's one of the main characters.
They just added a bunch of Game of Thrones characters.
And not just that. Ned Stark is in the movie also. So
wait, he's in the sequel also?
Yeah, so
as the same character?
Yeah, so that's amazing. I think in the sequel, the father, this dude. Oh my god. Ned Stark. How did I forget that?
Oh, that was like 3 seconds. You already forgot the name.
Oh my god. Anyways, Ned Stark adopts another kid in the second movie.
Why would you? No. Okay, listen. I don't know about you, but if I went through all that, I'm not going through adoption ever again.
I just lost my wife and my daughter. Nah, I'm good. Yeah. And also,
I'm good. I'm not trying to start a second family.
Also, that girl from that woman from Daredevil and Iron Fist. You didn't even watch those, did you?
No, I don't even know what you're talking about. Okay,
so you know what? Never mind. Anyways, we good. That was Silent Hill 2006, the film adaptation. What do you give it?
Okay, so just want to recap why I'm giving the score I'm going to give it.
You're about to give it an 11.
The movie does a great job.
Give it an 11.
I'm about to break the scale on this. The movie uses no jump scares, and it's a horror movie. And it created great tension and the sense of fear and paranoia without jump scares. That already puts it at a bare minimum of 7 for horror movies, in my opinion. Now, you got strong female leads. You got great psychologically terrifying looking monsters. You have a mystery that you're trying to solve that even if you don't solve, it's okay. They'll explain it at the end. It's okay if you did it. But it's dope that you try solving the mystery with these little hints throughout the story. The story is engaging, in my opinion. I like all the characters except for not so much Gucci, because that's just a dumb name and he didn't really do much in the movie. And the person who plays Sharon just wasn't a good actress, but she's only a little kid, so you can't blame her for that. If you rope in all those things that I think are really positive about the movie, and you compare it to the source material of Silent Hill, which I think it does a great job of copying, I give this movie a strong 8 out of 10.
Okay.
I think this movie is great. I think it's even better if you've played the games. If you haven't played the games, I still think it's great, but probably not an 8 out of 10 for you. You're probably going to be thinking it's more like a 7 or 6 because you're just like, what is going on the whole time?
No, come on, dude, no. The movie does a good enough job of like explaining to you about this world.
I don't know. I feel like if you don't play the games, you're gonna be like, "Why is everything so confusing? This is such a weird, bizarre."
Me and my girlfriend were watching the movie. We did not think that once.
Your girlfriend's like the biggest like die-hard Silent Hill fan.
Dude, how did you know? Anyways, no, I give the movie about like maybe like a 7.5/8. Also, maybe. I think.
Okay, so we're on the same. We're on the same.
I definitely think this is the best movie we watched so far. Including the episode 0 that we don't know if we're ever gonna release that. Super Mario Brothers.
We don't talk about episode 0.
Super Mario Brothers, Assassin's Creed, and Sonic OVA. Definitely the best one. I would definitely watch this movie again. I don't think I have any qualms watching it again.
100%. I would not mind watching it again, especially with somebody that's never seen the movie before or doesn't know what Silent Hill is.
Exactly. I really don't think this is I did not waste my time watching this movie.
Oh no, I was engaged the whole time. Like face to screen was good with watching the whole thing.
Exactly. I really have no issues with this movie. I really enjoyed it. I'm not watching the sequel. I know that for a fact.
Yeah, I think for everyone at home wondering after our long discussion on the sequel, you shouldn't watch the sequel.
Yeah.
Not all sequels are a great idea.
I think we should give a little sneak peek as to what our November is looking like.
Cool. So let's totally do that. Yeah. Since this is the end of spooky season, and I'm not really
we covered some spooky movies this month.
Sonic OVA might be like the scariest movie I've ever watched. No, but since Halloween's at a close now, and I don't think we're gonna watch Resident Evil because that just sounds like a terrible time. Yeah, another time. The month of November is coming up. And Pokemon Let's Go is coming out. What day is it coming out? Do you know?
16th, I think.
You copping that, by the way? You copping?
Hell no. I'm sorry. I am.
Listen. Because I think it's not a good game compared to like the OG games because it's like holding your hand the whole time. But man, to have a game that looks that good on the Switch, okay. I mean, come on.
We're gonna go so off key right now. But just real quick, do you know what the post game content is?
I don't know, actually.
Okay.
No.
They reveal that the post-game content, after you do your thing, you become Pokemon champion, the only thing that's left for you to do, they sprinkled 151 Pokemon Masters across the entire Kanto region. And your job is, let's say you find the person who is a I don't know, a Rapidash. I don't know. That's the first Pokemon that came to mind. A Rapidash, Pokemon Master. You had to fight them using only Rapidash.
Okay, that's pretty dope, actually.
But do that for all 151.
That's awesome. Then you have to legit like train them all and catch them all. That's a good incentive to catch them.
Every single
I like
one.
That. I honestly kind of like that. I'm not gonna lie.
Lazy to me.
How? Because then you have to catch all 151.
That's like don't get me wrong. I don't think it's a bad idea, but to make that the only post game content, when you have the Game Boy Advance remakes going hard for it.
Remember this? Remember, this isn't like the OG though. This is a complete casual game compared to those.
Okay, but I'm saying like once like in Fire Red and Leaf Green, once you beat the game, like once you like finish the Pokemon League, you had these new islands to explore, the Sebi Islands. Remember that?
Yeah, I remember that, but once again, that's an OG like game. This is casual, dude.
The fact that this is the only thing on top of that, like you had to let's say Magikarp. Someone's a Magikarp. Someone's a Magikarp user, right?
Mm-hmm.
You have to know, like you have to not only have like let's say a level 100 Magikarp, but they also
have a level 100 Magikarp to fight him.
No, you don't. But like you need to have a Magikarp that's gonna be strong enough because they're gonna beef this Magikarp up. I heard that they're giving like for Blastoise, they're giving him Thunder.
Oh, what?
Like they're giving him moves that like
that sounds awesome. Then it's competitive. Not competitive. It's really hard. It's a challenge.
Okay,
I don't know. I like that. You just made me want to get the game even more. To be quite honest.
Okay, get it. And I want to hear you beat all 151.
Well, I'm not gonna do the whole thing, but it's nice to try.
Okay.
Listen. Okay. We can talk about Pokemon later, but I think it's a dope.
Next month, we'll be covering the first 4 Pokemon movies.
One of the best movies of all time, baby.
So get hyped, get ready for that. We can't wait to do that. All in celebration of Pokemon Let's Go, which I'm not getting, but I know some of y'all are getting. So
Josue doesn't even like Pokemon. Josue actually like plays Digimon.
Oh, you better stop playing Pokemon Black and White. Were my
Oh God, that's the first thing you thought of.
I don't know why I thought of those first because my favorite game has always been Soul Silver.
Feel bad about what you just said.
My favorite game has always been Soul Silver.
Yeah, Heart Gold and Soul Silver slap.
We can both agree. I don't know. Well, dude, this is an episode about Silent Hill. We're talking about Pokemon.
This Pokemon now. You want to watch the movie right now? Let's do it on one take.
No. And I think me and you both agree that we dislike Diamond and Pearl the most.
Oh, Diamond and Pearl was a mistake.
No, I'm lying. I'm sorry. I dislike X and Y most.
No, Diamond and Pearl was even worse than X and Y.
I think we both agree though that they're the bottom 2.
Yes, they're definitely the bottom 2.
Yeah. After that, I think all the other games is like decent
or amazing. Get ready for that month of November. It's coming. The 4 Pokemon movies. I'm really excited because I know you haven't seen them in a while. I haven't seen 3 and 4 in a while, but I've seen 1 and 2 recently. So I'm excited to review all of them again, and I'm pretty sure all of them are gonna have amazing reviews. Oh no! Don't tell me you're gonna like hate on one of them.
Wait, Forever was the one with Celebi, right?
Forever,
yeah. Celebi?
Yeah, this was with Celebi, yeah. And then 5 was Latias and Latias.
I'm actually pretty excited to rewatch that one.
I thought for a minute you were about to say I'm not excited at all. I'm like,
no, because I know the first one is gonna be a slapper. I know that one's gonna be whew. The second one, I don't remember it being all of that.
The second one is pretty dope. Are you kidding me?
Just don't remember. I feel like I've only watched it like once or twice as a kid.
You really don't even remember the song that summons Lugia?
The third one, I really don't remember anything besides it being about Entei and the Unknown.
Wow, you really haven't seen these movies in a while if you're not remembering any of the good bits about these movies.
I really haven't, no. I just remember, but I recall watching Celebi, the movie with Celebi, a good number of times. Wasn't the main enemy in... Wow, okay, why are we doing this? Let's just finish this up. We're talking about this. Happy Halloween. Get your trick-or-treat on. Get lit. We support it.
We'll see you back here in November for more Pokemon content.
And follow us on Twitter at The Panic Bros. Let us know what you think about this. Comment at whatever platform you're watching this on or hearing this on.
Yeah, give us some feedback of what do you want us to play our podcast on, where you're enjoying it, where you're not enjoying it, all that good stuff. Please let us know.
Yeah, we wanna make this a good experience for you as you're hearing this on the way to work or listening to this at work or just I don't know. If you just want to hear someone talk about Silent Hill, we got you.
Not Revelations though.
Not Revelations now.
But thanks for tuning in, guys. We really appreciate it.
Yeah, man. We love y'all. We support y'all. And thank you for listening. Have a good one. Have a good Halloween. See ya.
Simon Joe saying out. We'll see you guys next time.